Well, hello there, my dear friends. Welcome to my cozy little corner of the internet, where stories come to life and imagination takes flight. My name is Grandpa Joe, and this is the Little Story Barn, and I'm here to share magical, heartwarming, and exciting stories with you and your little ones. Every story I tell is filled with adventure, kindness, and valuable life lessons, the kind of tales that make you laugh, dream, and maybe even learn something new. So grab a warm blanket, snuggle up, and let's go on an adventure together, and don't forget to subscribe so you never miss a new story. Now, are you ready? Harry and the Hedgehog Rescue. Harry loved spending his afternoons exploring the woods and fields near his home. With his backpack filled with snacks, a flashlight, and his trusty notebook for jotting down animal sightings, Harry felt like a true adventurer. One of his favorite places was Meadow Field, a sprawling expanse of green with tall grasses, wildflowers, and a little stream that wound its way through the middle. But today, Meadow Field was different. The night before, a powerful storm had swept through the area, bringing heavy rains that caused the stream to overflow. When Harry arrived at the edge of the field, he was shocked to see that parts of it were completely underwater. The once gentle stream now roared with muddy water, carrying branches and debris downstream. Harry frowned as he scanned the field. He knew the storm would have disturbed the wildlife. Gripping the straps of his backpack, he ventured closer to the flooded area, his boots squelching in the wet earth. As Harry carefully picked his way through the muddy terrain, he heard something that made him stop. It was a faint, high-pitched, squeaking sound, almost like a cry for help. Harry's ears perked up, and he turned toward the sound. "Hello? Is someone there?" he called, his voice carrying over the rushing water. The squeaking continued, louder now. Harry followed the sound until he spotted a small, prickly shape huddled on a patch of dry ground surrounded by rising water. It was a hedgehog, its tiny body trembling as it squeaked in distress. "Oh, no," Harry whispered. The water was rising quickly, and the little hedgehog was stranded. Without help, it would surely be swept away. Harry's mind raced. He needed to act fast. He looked around for something to use and spotted a sturdy stick lying nearby. He grabbed it and tested its strength. It would work. "Hang on, little guy, I'm coming," he said, more to himself than to the hedgehog. Harry edged closer to the water, planting his boots firmly in the mud to keep from slipping. The current tugged at the ground beneath him, but he kept going. When he was close enough, he extended the stick toward the hedgehog. "Come on," he coaxed. "Grab on." The hedgehog hesitated, its tiny eyes wide with fear. Harry wiggled the stick slightly, trying to make it more inviting. Slowly, the hedgehog shuffled forward and wrapped its tiny paws around the stick. Harry carefully pulled it toward him, keeping his movements slow and steady. Finally, with one last tug, the hedgehog was safely in his hands. Harry held the hedgehog close, feeling its tiny body trembling against his palms. "You're safe now," he murmured. But the rescue wasn't over. The hedgehog was soaked and shivering, and Harry knew it needed a warm, dry place to recover. He quickly made his way back to the woods, where he knew there was a hollow tree that would provide shelter. Once there, Harry set the hedgehog down gently inside the hollow. He pulled out a small hand towel from his backpack and carefully patted the hedgehog dry. The little creature seemed to relax, curling up slightly as Harry worked. "You must be starving," Harry said, rummaging through his bag. He pulled out a piece of bread and some apple slices. Breaking the bread into tiny pieces, he placed them in front of the hedgehog. The hedgehog sniffed the food cautiously before nibbling on the bread. Harry smiled. As the hedgehog ate, Harry noticed something unusual. It wasn't just an ordinary hedgehog. Its quills had a slight golden sheen in the sunlight, and its eyes sparkled like tiny jewels. It almost seemed magical. Harry chuckled at the thought. "Maybe you're a special hedgehog?" he said. The hedgehog looked up at him as if it understood. Then, to Harry's amazement, it nudged his hand with its nose and let out a soft, contented squeak. Harry felt a warm glow of happiness. He'd always loved animals, but this felt different, like a bond had formed between them. After making sure the hedgehog was comfortable, Harry decided it was time to head home. But he couldn't just leave the hedgehog in the hollow tree. The field might flood again, and it wouldn't be safe. "You're coming with me," Harry said. He gently scooped up the hedgehog and placed it inside his backpack, leaving the top unzipped so it could breathe. The hedgehog didn't resist. It curled up inside, snug and safe. When Harry got home, he told his parents everything. His mom helped him set up a small box with soft towels and a dish of water for the hedgehog. They agreed to take it to the local wildlife rescue center the next day. The next morning, Harry and his parents took the hedgehog to the rescue center. The staff there were amazed by the story and thanked Harry for his bravery. "You probably saved its life," one of the staff members said. Harry felt a surge of pride as he watched the hedgehog being cared for. He knew it was in good hands. As they left the center, Harry couldn't stop smiling. From that day on, Harry visited Meadow Field often, keeping an eye out for animals in need. He never saw the golden-tinged hedgehog again, but he liked to think it was out there somewhere, safe and happy, because of him. And every time he explored the field, Harry carried with him the memory of that day, a reminder that even the smallest actions could make a big difference. The end.